はい。
問題が発生しています。お話の内容を理解できませんでした。
はい。
Yes? What's on your mind?
Long time no see.
Hey now, long time no see. How have you been?
How have you been? I don't understand. How have you been?
Good question. How have you been? Means 元気にしてた or 最近どうしてた in Japanese. It's a way to ask how someone has been doing, especially if you haven't seen them in a while.
Thank you. I understand. Recently, I teach football lesson.
You're welcome. Recently, what? What have you been up to?
Yeah. Lesson. I mean, football teaching.
Got it. You could say, recently I've been having lessons, playing football, and using tissues. Let me know if that's what you meant.
Please speak more slowly, please.
Of course. Here's the sentence slowly. Recently I've been having lessons, playing football, and using tissues. Let me know if you want me to explain any part.
Yeah. Please tell me in Japanese.
問題が発生しています。
お
話の内容を理解できませんでした。
Please tell me about mean in English. In
Sure.
Japanese.
Here's the breakdown. Recently means 最近. I've been having lessons means レッスンを受けています。Playing football means フットボールをしています。Using tissues means ティッシュを使っています。Does that make sense?
No. I mean, I teach freestyle football lesson for my student.
In English, you can say, I taught a freestyle football lesson to my students. This is a natural way to express it.
Please speak more slowly.
Of course, I taught a freestyle football lesson to my students. Let me know if you'd like me to explain any part. 問題が発生しています。お話の内容を理解できませんでした。
I taught a freestyle football lesson for my student.
You're very close. The correct way to say it is, I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student. Use to instead of for because you're giving the lesson directly to them.
One more, please.
Sure. Here's the sentence again, slowly. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student. You did a great job. Does that help?
Okay. I taught a freestyle football to my student.
You're almost there. The correct phrase would be, I taught a freestyle football lesson to my students. You just need to add lesson to make it sound natural.
Okay. I see. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student.
Perfect. That sounds great. How did the lesson go?
Yeah. I recently I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student, and after that, I
In English, you can say, recently I've been studying freestyle football lessons. This shows that you've been learning or practicing freestyle football recently. Does that sound right?
in Japanese, please.
もちろんです。最近、フリースタイルフットボールのレッスンを勉強してきました。英語で recently I've been studying freestyle football lessons と言えます。意味は最近フリースタイルフットボールのレッスンを学んでいるという感じです。
I see. To tell you the truth, I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student.
Great sentence. To tell you the truth adds a nice touch of honesty. It sounds natural and clear. So you taught a freestyle football lesson to your students. How did it go?
Yeah. After that, I ate a lunch.
You're almost there. The more natural way to say it is, yeah, after that I ate lunch. No need for a before lunch. Does that help?
After that, I ate the lunch.
You're close. But since you're talking about lunch in general, it's more natural to say, after that I ate lunch. We usually don't use the when talking about meals like lunch, unless you're being specific about a certain lunch.
I see. So, recently, I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student. After that,
Sounds like you're starting a new sentence. You can finish it like this. Recently, I've been what you've been doing. For example, recently I've been studying a lot, or recently I've been practicing football. What have you been doing recently?
Recently, I taught a freestyle football lesson to my
It
student.
seems like you meant to say recently, but disientori doesn't quite fit. If you meant to say something like recently in Japanese, you could say zoikin. For example, saikin freestyle footballを練習しています. Recently, I've been practicing freestyle football. Let me know if you meant something else.
I talked about my recently scene. So I taught a freestyle football lesson.
In English, you can say, recently, I talked about my scene. If you mean something specific by my scene, let me know and I can help clarify.
Recently, I taught my scene.
It looks like you're starting a sentence. You can finish it with what you've been doing, like, recently I've been practicing freestyle football. Recently I went to my part-time job. What would you like to say next?
I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student. After that, I ate lunch.
That sounds great. Just a small tweak. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my students. After that, I ate lunch. Using students, plural, is more natural unless you only have one student. How did the lesson go?
Yeah, it's so exciting. So because my student is very fun. I mean, enjoy lesson.
That's awesome. You can say, it's so exciting because my students are very fun. They enjoy the lesson. This makes it sound more natural. Sounds like you're having a great time teaching.
In Japanese, please.
もちろんです。こちらが自然な英語です。 It's so exciting because my students are very fun. They enjoy the lesson. Students is ではなく students are を使います。あなたが言いたいことがうまく伝わるようにこんな感じで言うとより自然です。
So please speak slowly in English.
Of course. Here's the sentence, slowly. It's so exciting because my students are very fun. They enjoy the lesson. Let me know if you need help with any part.
Please speak more slowly.
Sure, here it is, even slower. It's so exciting because my students are very fun. They enjoy the lesson. Does that help? Let me know if you'd like me to explain anything further.
Yeah. One more, please. Please speak more slowly.
Of course, here's the sentence even more slowly. It's so exciting because my students are very fun. Enjoy the lesson. Take your time. Let me know if you need any more help.
It's so exciting. Please
In
speak.
English, とても楽しみです would be I'm really looking forward to it.
No.
It's a great way to express excitement or anticipation.
It's so exciting. My lesson because
In English, とても楽しみです would be I'm really looking forward to it. It's a great way to show you're excited.
So it's so
Take your time. What's on your mind?
It's so excited because it was enjoy the lesson. So exciting.
In English, you can say, I'm really excited. I was enjoying the lesson. In other words, how would you like to finish that thought?
It was so exciting because it was わかんないな。
In English, you can say, I was really excited. That sounds great. Would you like to add more to it?
It was so exciting because I was enjoy the lesson.
In English, you can say, I had a lot of fun. It's a natural way to express that you enjoyed something. Does that work for you?
It was so excited because I was enjoying.
In English, you can say, oh, I was really excited. That works well to express how you were feeling. Would you like to add anything else?
I was really enjoyed.
In English, you can say, I really enjoyed it. This is a natural way to express that you had a great time.
I really enjoy it.
You're close. The correct way to say it is, I really enjoyed it. Since you're talking about something in the past, we use enjoyed instead of enjoy. Does that make sense?
I really enjoy it.
It's almost there. Since you're referring to something that already happened, the correct sentence would be, I really enjoyed it.
I
If you're
really
still talking about
enjoyed
something
it.
you're currently enjoying, then enjoy would be correct. For example, I really enjoy this lesson. Let me know if that helps.
I really enjoyed it. This lesson.
In English, you can say, I really enjoyed this lesson. This sounds natural and clear. Does that help?
I really enjoyed this lesson.
In English, you can say, I really enjoy this lesson. Since you're talking about something happening now, enjoy is the correct verb. Does that make sense?
I really enjoyed this lesson.
Perfect. I really enjoyed this lesson. Sounds great. It shows you had a great time. Would you like to talk about the lesson or anything else?
Yeah. So I ate. No. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student. After that, I ate lunch. It's so exciting to me. I really enjoy.
That sounds great. Just a small correction. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my students. After that, I ate lunch. You should use students if you're talking about more than one student. How did the lesson go?
Yeah, one student.
Got it. In that case, your sentence is perfect. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student. After that, I ate lunch. Sounds like a productive day. How was the lesson?
It's so great time for me.
That's awesome. A more natural way to say it would be, it was such a great time for me. It sounds like you really enjoyed it.
It was such a great time for me.
Perfect. That sounds great. I'm glad you had a wonderful time. Would you like to talk more about your lesson or something else?
Yeah. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student. After that, I ate lunch. It was such a great time for me.
That sounds good. Here's a small improvement for smoothness. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student. After that, I had lunch. Had lunch sounds more natural in this context. How was your lunch?
Chinese food. I had a Chinese food.
It seems like you meant to say Chinese food, but the rest is a bit unclear. If you meant I had Chinese food, that would sound natural in English. I had Chinese food. Did you have a specific dish?
I had Chinese food.
You're close. Since food is a general term, we don't need a before it. The correct sentence is I had Chinese food. Sounds delicious. What did you have?
Yes, so yummy. I had Chinese food. It's so yummy.
That sounds delicious. You're doing great. A more natural way to say it could be I had Chinese food. It was so yummy. This makes the sentence flow a bit better. What dish did you have?
Yeah, so I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student. After that, I had a lunch. It was such a great time for me.
You're really close. Here's a smoother version. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student. After that, I had lunch. It was such a great time. No need for a before lunch, but everything else is perfect. Sounds like a fun day.
Yeah.
問題が発生しています。お話の内容を理解できませんでした。
Okay. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student.
Great.
Let
me know if you need help with anything else.
Yeah. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my student. After that, I had lunch. It was such a great time for me.
You're doing great. Just one small tweak for natural flow. I taught a freestyle football lesson to my students. After that, I had lunch. It was such a great time for me. It sounds perfect now. How did the lesson go?
How did the lesson go? What do you mean? How did the lesson go?
At a push in. Take care and talk to you soon.
What do you mean? How did...
問題が発生しています。お話の内容を理解できませんでした。
What do you mean? Please tell me about how did the lesson go?
À la prochaine is French for see you next time. Now about the lesson, how did it go? You mentioned you taught a freestyle football lesson earlier. Was it fun for both you and your student? How did they do?
In Japanese, please.
アラプロシェネはフランス語でまたねという意味です。
なんでフランス語？
さて、レッスンについてですが、どうでしたか？フリースタイルフットボールのレッスンを教えたと言っていましたが、楽しかったですか？生徒さんはどうでしたか？
I see, I see. It's so nice.
I'm glad that helped. If you have more questions, feel free to ask anytime.
It was such a great time for me.
That's wonderful to hear. It sounds like you really enjoyed it. What was the best part of the lesson for you?
Best part. Let me see. Freestyle football is...
Take your time. What do you think was the best part of the lesson?
Yeah. It is new technique. I mean...
In English, you can say, thank you for watching. It's a nice way to wrap up a video or conversation.
No.
問題が発生しています。お話の内容を理解できませんでした。
Yeah. So, okay. So, thank you.
Great. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to talk about.
Nothing. That's all. Thank you.
You're welcome now. It was great talking with you. Take care.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye now. Take care.